overseas, or maybe do you want to move from Jakarta to a smaller town? Let's say if you're based want to move to a completely different country or completely different city, let me know in the chat. And I am going to read it now. Australia or Bali, Kanya? Diki, overseas, Italy, overseas, Joe, Serbia or Austria? Wow. Vika, Swiss, overseas, UK, Australia, stay in my city. New Zealand, Australia, Jakarta, Bali, Jakarta, Depok, Swiss, Australia. Wow, Switzerland is really popular, yeah? Australia, Bali and Switzerland and Australia, I think, are the top ones. Singapore, Dubai, home with my family, Europe, Jakarta, Bali, of course. Okay, amazing. Amazing. Okay, guys, actually, remote work can give you so many opportunities because your work does not depend on location. So you can live anywhere you want. Do you want to live with your family in a small city, or maybe live in Jakarta, or maybe live, abroad? This is completely possible because you work remote. I want to share with you, the world has really changed recently. We have survived COVID, and during COVID, finally, lots of people realized that those people who have remote skills, they win, because during COVID, a lot of companies switched to remote, and remote work became really popular. And remote workers also became so much more popular as well. And that's why a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of companies are switching to hiring remote staff. And also people have realized how amazing it is to work from home, to work from anywhere, right? Because most of the tasks, a lot of the tasks can be done remotely. So we have this quote from McKinsey and Company: the pandemic accelerated existing trends in remote work, e-commerce, and automation, with up to 25% more workers than previously estimated, potentially needing to switch occupations. And now we are so lucky, guys, to live in this world where everything is possible. You can become anyone and live anywhere if you have just one skill, if you are able to learn. It doesn't matter your background, your experience, your financial situation. The world is full of opportunities. And my aim is to teach you and to show you all these opportunities that the world is providing to us right now. One of the opportunities is to become a virtual assistant, because, like I said, remote work is really on the rise. A lot of entrepreneurs, tens and hundreds of millions of entrepreneurs around the world finally realized even more that they need virtual assistants. And that's why this profession is booming and is going to continue to be in very high demand for years to come. So who is a virtual assistant? I have seen in the chat just now that most of you are very new to this. So let me explain. A virtual assistant is a person who works with small business owners and entrepreneurs and provides administrative, technical, or creative support to clients remotely. And the great thing is that if you know English on a basic level, like a basic English, you have basic English skills, like let's say you can understand what I say right now, it means that you at least have basic English skills. So it means that you already can work with overseas clients. So VAs handle tasks such as managing emails, scheduling appointments, social media management, customer service, data entry, and more, allowing clients to focus on their core business activities. Now, let's discuss a bit more about what kind of services you can offer as a virtual assistant. You can offer data entry, you can manage emails for your clients, let's say responding to emails, cleaning the inbox for your clients, scheduling and calendar management, customer service support, travel management, booking hotels, booking flights, booking transfers, etc. Lead generation, I'm going to explain to you in a second what exactly is lead generation and why it is so popular. Social media management is managing different social media accounts for your clients like Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Bookkeeping, basic financial services, graphic design, creating presentations, creating visuals for social media. For example, this presentation was created by my virtual assistants as well. Video editing and many, many more. Of course, this is not the full list. Some examples of admin services: travel planning, you can plan travel itineraries, book hotels, tickets, etc. for your clients. Internet research, for example, your client is based in Australia and has a skincare brand, and your client wants to move their business and expand their business, let's say, to Singapore. So your client is asking you, can you please Google for me what are other skincare brands that exist in Singapore? Who are my competitors? How much do they charge? What kind of skincare do they provide, etc. So you basically Google the information and make the report for your clients. You can do market research, internet research, competitor research. This is quite an easy skill, but it is very valuable because it can save a lot of time for your clients. Also, you can do social media post scheduling, social media account setup, creating the visuals for social media posts, creating logos, creating graphic designs for presentations, for different occasions, etc. Also, you can write captions for Instagram, you can write captions for Facebook, captions for LinkedIn, captions for blog posts, Facebook ads copy, etc. So now the big question is that what kind of services will make you not just a virtual assistant, but a highly paid virtual assistant? Because my system and my method is teaching you guys not just how to become a VA, but also how to become a highly paid VA. So let's discuss these services. First of all, the very highly in demand service that can help you become a highly paid virtual assistant is email marketing. So I'm sure that you have been to Starbucks, you have been to H&M, Zara, and all other stores like this. So sometimes they ask you for your email address, right? They want you to join their newsletter. So whenever Starbucks or H&M have promotions, they can just blast the promotion or the new collection information to that database with one click of a button. And the fact is that building and growing email database is really crucial for every business in the world. And that's why it is so popular as a service for virtual assistants. So if you as a VA know how to build an email strategy, how to make an effective newsletter, and what tools to use, you are helping your clients to increase their customers' loyalty and also to increase sales. So if you provide this service, it can help you to become a highly paid VA. Another skill that is really highly in demand is, of course, social media management. No brand in the world can exist without being on social media. Why? Because the customers will always check social media before buying something, right? So it's simply a must. So knowing social media management can accelerate your growth as a VA. And I'm not only talking about Instagram. Again, we have TikTok, we have Facebook, we have LinkedIn, we have Twitter, we have YouTube. There are lots of social media. And if you are able to provide this skill to entrepreneurs, you can become a highly in demand and highly paid virtual assistant. So entrepreneurs seek VAs proficient in content planning, post writing, and stories and reel creation. Another service that I want to explain to you, which is really needed by almost every single business in the world, is lead generation. So what is lead generation? Let me explain to you simply. So imagine I have an event business and I am selling the event services to different fashion brands. So in order for me to get more clients, I need to constantly reach out or email different fashion brands to present my service, to present my company, right? So I can hire a virtual assistant who will just Google different brands for me, different fashion brands, and reach out to them on email and present my company services. So this is called lead generation in a simple way. So basically, lead generation is the process of generating consumer interest in a product or service with the goal of turning that interest into the deal, into the sale, right? Why is the service so important? Is because every single business in the world needs clients, right? So that's why this service is very high in demand. And if you know how to provide this, you can become a highly paid virtual assistant. Now, who can become your client as a virtual assistant? Because I'm sure a lot of you are asking this question. So you as a virtual assistant can work with medical clinics, with photographers, with real estate agents, stylists, florists, business coaches, marriage consultants, life coaches, parenting coaches, hotels, small restaurants and cafes, enrichment centers, bakeries and shops, fashion brands, skincare brands, interior designers, beauty services, fitness trainers, nutritionists, and more and more and more. This is just some of the popular examples of the clients. The great thing is that 95% of all VA services can be learned in just a few days or weeks. So every service that I have discussed in my previous slides can be learned very fast. The fundamental level can be learned very fast, even if right now you do not have any experience. And this is the beauty of being a VA. Like I said, the only skill that you need is the ability to learn in order to become a VA. Now, how much can you earn as a virtual assistant? Usually beginners earn from 7 to 12 US dollars an hour, and experienced VAs can earn starting from 20 US dollars an hour up to 50 US dollars per hour. Here on the left hand side, you can see the testimonial from Isahel, my alumni, my course alumni. Through the SGBVA course, I have unlocked new skills. Thank you to Tanya and SGBVA team for opening up a new mindset as a virtual assistant. I have secured one client from Indonesia. I charge 12 US dollars an hour, and I'm excited to support my client's business and value my skills as a virtual assistant. The best part of it all is that you can be a virtual assistant while combining it with a full-time job. Have the flexibility to work from anywhere and travel. Set your own working days and hours. For example, if you only want to work during the weekends, yes, that's possible. If you only want to work during the evenings after your full-time job, this is possible. So you are the one who decide how many days and hours and when you are going to work as a virtual assistant. You can achieve income and financial stability to support family and create savings and have a better work-life balance. Why is it so cool to become a virtual assistant? Is because, like I said to you, virtual assistants have been popular for many years, but they became increasingly popular during COVID, during the pandemic, when a lot of companies realized that a lot of the jobs, a lot of the work can be done remotely. So these companies and entrepreneurs I realized that it is so much cost efficient for them, so much cheaper to hire remote workers instead of full-time staff, because they don't have to pay for the office rental, for the laptops, for the sick leave, for the insurance. So they can just hire remote workers based on their needs. And that's why this profession is going to be booming for years to come, because any entrepreneur in the world wants to do two things, right? To increase the profits and to decrease the costs. So hiring virtual assistants allows entrepreneurs to decrease the cost, sometimes by 80%. Can you imagine, guys? That's why what is the value, such a huge value in hiring virtual assistants for entrepreneurs. So hiring VAs is much more cost effective for business owners. You can start without any experience, and the potential for growth is unlimited because it is your own business. Also, being a VA doesn't have any limitation in terms of the age. It doesn't matter if you are, let's say, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, right? So you can still become a virtual assistant if you are able to do one thing, if you are able to learn. Okay, so official statistics about VAs. VAs can help firms save as much as 78% on operational costs. 70% of startups offer some sort of remote work. The global virtual assistant services market is expected to reach 19.6 billion US dollars by 2025. VA rates range from $400 to $5,600 a month. 49% of companies hiring VAs have more than 1,000 of employees. So guys, knowing the right strategy is really important in order to become a highly paid virtual assistant. So I wish I had a mentor like this 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago, when I started my business. Actually, in my case, I had no guidance, no mentorship. I had to learn through my own mistakes. And it took me almost 2 years of failing until I finally realized what services can I offer, how do I offer them, how do I find clients, how do I promote myself. So I had to learn this from scratch by myself. So what brought me to success and charging more than 100 US dollars an hour? I will tell you shortly tonight as well, so you can follow these 5 steps too. So stay tuned and take notes, because again, it took me almost 2 years to finally learn these steps. So before we move on, let me introduce myself. My name is Tanya Gromenko. Let me know if you have heard about me before. Let me know in the chat. I am running 3 businesses. My first business is a marketing and advertising company. My second business is the event business, and I have my online course about teaching virtual assistants and helping them to start working remotely. And I started my VA career in 2019. So 2019 is when I got my first client as a VA. I have increased my income more than 20 times only in 2021. Why did I put 2021? Because it was pandemic, it was COVID. And during that time, I was really focused on working as a virtual assistant. At that time, I had a 6-month-old child. I was mostly staying at home because it was lockdown. And I just was so amazed that just staying at home, working for my clients, at that time I was managing 4 and 5 clients. I was just amazed that I could get a very stable income just from home while taking care of my child. And in fact, I could increase my income more than 20 times during that year, in a large part thanks to being a virtual assistant. I am managing an international team of more than 90 people, and almost all of them are my course alumni, and they are virtual assistants, they are working remotely, and they started their journey from scratch, from zero, like you guys. So this is completely possible. My most well-known project is Singapore Guidebook, and I have managed 5 big clients at the same time by myself as a VA, and my niche is social media management for medical clinics. All this while I'm having a family. My son now is 4 years old. Making time for my family is always my priority. I have a flexible schedule. I am able to be my own boss, and I can travel whenever I want. Traveling is really my passion, and I'm so happy that I can make it happen because my work is fully remote. But of course, it was not always like this. Back in 2018, I did a job which I didn't like for a super low salary. I had to ask permission to my boss every time I suggested any idea. I had to ask permission every time I wanted to travel, and I had no satisfaction. I felt like I deserved more and I could do more. But of course, I didn't know how to make it happen. So who feels the same right now? Let me know in the chat who is feeling the same right now. While you are responding in the chat, let me share with you the story that has changed my life. It was the worst day of my life, but also the best day of my life. Like I shared with you, I was working in corporate and I really didn't like my job. I felt that I deserved more. I wanted to do more, but I also didn't want to leave because I didn't know who else will work with me, what is special about me. And I remember one day my boss asked me to go into her room, and she said, Tanya, I see that you are always late for work. You always ask me to, go home early, and I feel you really want to spend more time with your family. So I think that being a housewife is a better choice for you. You are fired. Can you imagine, guys? I was so devastated because, of course, I didn't fully like my job, but I couldn't really see that someone could tell me something like this. So I just packed my stuff, I went out, and I just started crying. But after a few minutes, I stopped and I asked myself, Tanya, is it really the life that you want to live? For the next 10 years, doing the job that you don't like for a super low salary, spending 2 hours a day for daily commute to work? Like, is it the life that you want to live? And 10 years later, you look back and you regret everything. So, and at that time, I remember that I already had friends who were living their dream life. And I asked myself, why do I have to choose between my family and my work? I want to have both. I want to spend time with my family, but I also want to have my own income and do something, be meaningful for people. So at that time, I promised to myself that I will find a way to make it happen. But of course, the only problem, like I said, was that I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to make it happen. So my business was struggling for almost the first 2 years until I finally learned how to take 5 steps, which brought me to success. And that is why I started my course. And now I am mentoring other people with my online course on how to do it right from the start in a virtual assistant business. So now what did I do to come to where I am today? I will share with you 5 steps which helped me to become successful in business. It took me almost 2 years to learn them. So please take notes. Step one, which is really, really important, it is very crucial step, change your mindset. When I started my business, I was like, okay, someone told me that if you are an entrepreneur, you can make a lot of money. So how do I make a lot of money? This was my mindset. But after that, I realized, unfortunately, it took me a lot of time, that business is a way to bring value to many people, to realize your full potential. If you want to receive, you need to give first. And if you want to receive more, you need to give more first. So my motto right now is that you can get anything that you want in life if you help enough people to get what they want first. Focus on giving and the money will come. Okay. Step two, after you have done step one, you need to do the step two. You need to choose your niche and services as a virtual assistant. So a niche is businesses or individuals you want to work with, to whom you want to offer your services. For example, for me as a virtual assistant, I mostly work with medical clinics. Medical clinics is my niche. As a virtual assistant, you also can focus on working with photographers, or you can focus on working with coaches, or you can focus on working with wedding organizers. So you need to choose a specific niche. What services can I provide to my clients? That's another question that you need to ask yourself. And most importantly, what do you enjoy? For me, I was struggling with finding the services and the niche I love. I did copywriting, I created websites, etc., but I didn't enjoy it. And then I became a social media manager for medical clinics because I really love social media. I really love scrolling social media, being on social media. That's something that I really enjoy. Many people ask me, Tanya, but what if I don't have any experience? Guys, it is completely okay. I started with zero experience and I had no diploma or background in social media. So it's another trap that you can fall into. I'm never good enough. And I always say, people who are successful right now, and people who are just dreaming to become remote workers, but nothing happens, what is the difference? The difference is that the first ones, the people who are successful right now, they also started as beginners, but they just took the first step. So taking the first step is really 50% of success. So don't fall into this trap. Later on tonight, I will also share with you the fatal mistakes that beginner VA makes. So stay tuned as well. Step number 3 after choosing your niche and services is learning sales. Learning how to find clients. It is very crucial and important. I chose my services, but no one responded to me. I remember once I applied to 200 jobs and I got 2 or 3 rejections only. So it took me 2 years of learning and more than 10 books to understand how to sell and present my services to my potential clients, because people buy from people. And now I am also the one hiring people, hiring VAs, and I see the same mistakes. My LinkedIn and email are full of messages from virtual assistants, from people who are offering their services. And why do I put them all into the trash and never respond? Look at these messages. When I see these messages, they offer very little value to me. They are all about these people. They are all about these people, and they are not about me. They are just promoting their people. One message doesn't even address me, right, by my name. So it just looks like a spam, like a template message. So if you are reaching to your clients like this, it is very unlikely that you will get the response. So they are very impersonal messages with very little value to me. And sales is a big topic. On the course, we will have hours of content about how to stand out and make clients respond to you. Also, there is a big misconception that there is a lot of competition in this field. The thing is that, guys, okay, if you go to Upwork, you will see lots and lots of people who are registered on Upwork and offer their services. But when I post a job as an entrepreneur on Upwork, when I want to find a VA, I have no one to choose from, guys. Because the thing is that it's very hard to find a quality VA who will really care about your business. So that's why on the course, I really teach about what is the correct way to reach out to entrepreneurs so they really feel that you are personal and you really can stand out, you know. So step 4, after learning sales, you need to learn marketing. You need to learn how to attract your clients to reach out to you. Actually, some of my students found their clients, let's say from Instagram. I have recently spoken to one of my students. She found 5 clients on Instagram. And guess what? The clients reach out to her on DM. This would be amazing, right? So you need to know how to not only make people want to work with you by reaching out to them, but you need to know how to make yourself stand out and make people reach out to you. So you need to promote your services on the right social media where your clients hang out, and you need to promote yourself in the right way. You need to know what content to post, how to post it, and where. And I always emphasize that Instagram is an amazing tool for VAs to find clients and stand out to the clients. And also, of course, we have LinkedIn, which is also very powerful. The great thing is that we all can build our VA portfolio on Instagram, even if we don't have any experience. And that's what we are going to discuss in detail about how to do it, what to post, how to build your professional presence on Instagram and LinkedIn. We are going to discuss it on the course. Important thing is that you do not need to be a social media person in order to build your presence on social media. Why? Because we are not there to become influencers. We are there to just create our name card so people can discover us. We do not need to update our Instagram every day. As long as your Instagram is complete, you can just update it once a month or once in 3 weeks. That's enough. Step number 5 is learning how to delegate. If you really want to grow your business, your VA business, if you really have big ambitions, you can delegate. Let's say you become a fully booked VA. You have, let's say, 3 or 4 or 5 clients, and you cannot take any more. So you can hire a virtual assistant for yourself to help you manage more clients. So, for example, right now, when I have new clients, I will ask my team to help me manage them. So that's what you can do as well. That's not a must, but you can do that. So I always say that good leader is a good delegator, and teamwork is a secret that makes common people to achieve uncommon results. So your story as a VA, your success story can look like this. You can charge per hour or per month and offer your clients multiple packages. When you already have many clients, increase your rates and then repeat the cycle. If you constantly upgrade yourself, upgrade your expertise, you can keep increasing your rates. And then at some point, if you want to delegate, you can hire another VA or intern to help you manage more clients. So as you already understood, there is no limit to how much you can earn as a virtual assistant business owner. So guys, the opportunities are really everywhere. There are lots of opportunities around us. There are enough clients for everyone, because there are millions and hundreds of millions of entrepreneurs around the world, and there is enough money for everyone. There is lots of money in the world. The question is, can you see these opportunities? So the key is to develop a vision to see these opportunities. And my goal is to motivate people and to show them that being an entrepreneur is so exciting. It is really life-changing. It has changed my life, and it can change yours. I really believe that you are never given a dream without the power to make it true. If you are here, you want to change your life, but your life right now is the result of something you have done in the past, right? So if you want to achieve a different result, you need to do something differently. So having a mentor will really skyrocket your growth. I would like to present to you my online course, SGB Virtual Assistant course. We are starting on October 1, 2024. On this course, you will become a virtual assistant and build your VA business from scratch, even if right now you do not have any experience. Benefits and features of the course. You will have 5 pre-training lessons, 7 VA business lessons, 6 live Q&A sessions, 15 lessons to learn foundational virtual assistant skills, 4 VA bonus lessons, 6 months access to all the recording, because every lesson will have a recording, student advisor support, homework after each lesson. The course is going to be 6 weeks long, and we will have also the career development program opportunity. You will have lifetime access to an exclusive group with job vacancy and alumni community for your networking. So let me explain every step, okay? So as I said, the course is 6 weeks long. It is fully online. After you enroll the course, you will immediately, even before we start the official course, immediately after registration, you will get the access to the pre-training lessons on VA basic tools. So you will learn essential tools to start using them and providing value to your clients right away. So even before we start the course on the 1st October, you will already learn the very important skills. So Google Workspace, you will learn how to operate Google Workspace for daily work as a VA, managing email account, file management using Google platform. Canva is a very important skill as well. You can create stunning visuals, social media posts, and marketing materials with ease. And also Trello, and it's an efficient project management tool which can help you handle more clients and projects, increasing your income. Asana will help you to keep track of complex projects, deadlines, and team collaboration. Mastering Asana can lead to high paying opportunities. And Tilda will help you to create amazing websites very easily without any coding skills. So knowing these tools already can help you earn money as a virtual assistant, and you will get the access to this immediately after you join the course, even before we start the main 6 weeks course. So this is a proof that all tools are necessary for remote working jobs. This is real screenshots from Upwork that we took, showing that these skills are really highly in demand. So live lessons. You will have 7 live VA business lessons with myself. You will have 6 live Q&A sessions with professional virtual assistant experts as well on various skills that you can provide as a virtual assistant. So here is a list of live business lessons, 7 business lessons with myself. I'm going to share with you different topics from how to choose your niches and services, how to build your portfolio, how to set up your price, how to find clients, how to reach out to clients, how to do the interview with the clients. So I'm going to share with you about the topics step by step in a few minutes. 15 fundamental skills lessons with professional virtual assistant experts who are going to share with you step by step how to provide different services for your clients, such as internet and market research, email and calendar management, email marketing, lead generation, social media management, and project management. We will also have 6 Q&A sessions live with our professional virtual assistant experts. Q&A about internet and market research, about email and calendar management, project management, social media management, lead generation, and email marketing, where you will be able to ask any questions to the experts who are already providing these services to the clients. You will also receive 4 bonus lessons: how to use LinkedIn as a pro, how to be a virtual executive assistant, how to do competitor analysis, and how to grow your virtual assistant business. You will have a live lesson every single week. If you have missed a class, no problem. All lessons are recorded and accessible anytime. Again, the course is 6 weeks long. Every week we have 3 lessons on Tuesdays, on Thursdays, and on Fridays. So the length of each lesson is 1 to 1.5 hours. It's usually starting at 7:30 p.m. Jakarta time. But if you cannot attend live, you can watch the recording anytime and as many times as you want. So 6 months recording lessons access, you will get the access to all the recordings during the course. We also have our amazing student advisors, those people who have been through the course already. They graduated from the course and they have achieved results as a virtual assistant, and they are going to guide you guys about every step of the way, including also checking your homework as well. So our course is very practical. You will receive practical homework after each lesson, and in fact, we are also going to reach out to clients during the course, not after the course. So you don't have to wait until the end of the course to become a VA. You will already become a VA during the course. So what are we going to learn? Week 1, we are going to focus on learning about choosing a niche and services. You're going to learn the essential steps to become a highly paid VA. You are going to understand why VAs are so valuable to businesses, how to understand your unique strengths and personality, the most in-demand niches and services, and common myths, how to choose the perfect services and niche for you, mistakes of beginner VAs and how to avoid them, what is the right mindset for your success as a virtual assistant. Week 2, we are going to focus on learning about building an effective portfolio. You are going to understand how to become a magnet for clients. You are going to learn how to create your portfolio from scratch, how to effectively introduce yourself to anyone and promote your services fast, how to make the right first impression to attract your ideal clients, the power of artificial intelligence and how it can help you to become a successful VA, and how to master your services to increase your rates. Week 3, we are going to talk about effective communication. You are going to learn how to effectively work with your clients. You're going to understand how to choose the ideal clients for your services, how to price your services and choose your packages, when and how to increase your rates, how and when to charge your clients, both local and overseas clients, how and when to create a contract and what must be included in it. I'm going to give you the template for the contract, which you can use both in Bahasa Indonesia and English. And I'm going to explain to you how to avoid 100% of scam jobs online. On week 4, we are going to focus on learning about finding clients and understanding the most effective ways to reach out to clients. You are going to understand which platforms to use in order to find high-paying clients, how to reach out to them the right way so they actually respond, how to write attractive messages to customers, how to build long-term partnership with each client. Week 5, we are going to focus on learning about how to attract clients and how to make them want to contact you first. So we are going to understand which channels do you need to use to promote your services, how to make people want to contact you and ask for your services, how you can position yourself in order to charge high rates as a virtual assistant, what is the discovery call, and how to conduct it. Week 6 is going to be the final week, and you are going to understand how to develop further and be in demand. We will have the final lesson of the course and the Q&A session. You are going to understand what is a discovery call and how to maximize it, how you can obtain support and resources to further develop your VA skills, how you can take a deep dive into the service and ensure that you have all the skills you need and you will have additional time to complete the tasks. You will also learn the most in-demand services which can help you to become a highly paid virtual assistant, such as email marketing. So you will learn how to apply email marketing strategies on various niches, how to brainstorm and create engaging newsletters, content using artificial intelligence, how to design and format professional newsletters in MailChimp, how to analyze email metrics and optimize campaigns for better results. So email marketing, even on only one skill, you already can earn. But during the course, you're going to learn different skills, such as email marketing, social media management, lead generation, admin. But every single skill, even one skill, is already very highly in demand. Social media management. You are going to learn how to apply social media marketing strategies for different niches and different clients, how to use Canva to create appealing Instagram posts, YouTube covers, and other social media graphics, how to create short, engaging videos like Reels, TikToks, and YouTube Shorts, how to use artificial intelligence tools to generate and humanize social media captions, how to write high-quality posts tailored to your audience needs. So again, even only one skill can already earn you money as well. Lead generation. You are going to learn how to apply lead generation strategies for different niches and different clients, how to identify and create